The sun dipped below the horizon as four friends, Emma, Jake, Lily, and Mark, set out to explore the notorious Clinton Road. The 10-mile stretch through the dense New Jersey forest was infamous for its eerie legends and paranormal activity. Eager for an adventure, they drove into the encroaching darkness, unaware of the nightmare that awaited them. Their car's headlights struggled to penetrate the inky blackness surrounding the narrow road. Tall, ancient trees loomed on either side, their twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The atmosphere was heavy with a sense of foreboding, an almost tangible weight pressing down on them. "Are we really doing this?" Emma asked, her voice betraying a hint of apprehension. "Come on, it's just a road," Jake replied, trying to sound confident. "Besides, we've got each other. What's the worst that could happen?" As if in response, the car's engine sputtered and died, leaving them stranded in the heart of Clinton Road. Mark tried the ignition, but it wouldn't start. The oppressive silence was broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and distant animal cries. "We're not walking back," Lily said, glancing nervously into the darkness. "Let's just wait and see if the car starts again." They waited, but minutes stretched into what felt like hours. A chill crept into the air and a sense of unease settled over them. Emma checked her phone. No signal. Frustration and fear began to build. Suddenly, from the depths of the forest, came a low, guttural growl. The friends exchanged fearful glances, straining to see anything beyond the limited reach of their flashlights. Shapes seemed to shift in the shadows, and a feeling of being watched intensified. "Did you hear that?" Mark whispered. Before anyone could respond, a figure emerged from the darkness. It was a man, dressed in ragged clothes, with eyes that glowed unnaturally. He moved with a jerky, unnatural gait, as if his limbs were being controlled by an unseen force. "Get back in the car," Jake shouted, but the doors wouldn't budge. The figure drew closer, and with each step, the temperature dropped further. Their breath formed misty clouds in the frigid air. Just as the man reached them, the car's headlights flickered back to life, casting an eerie glow on his distorted features. He opened his mouth, but no sound came out. Instead, a torrent of black, inky shadows poured forth, engulfing the friends in darkness. They screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the oppressive void. The shadows twisted and writhed, pulling them into a nightmarish landscape where the boundaries of reality blurred. Disoriented and terrified, they stumbled through a maze of twisted trees and ancient ruins, chased by unseen horrors. Eventually, they found themselves standing before the ruins of Cross Castle. The air was thick with malevolence, and the walls were covered in strange, pulsating symbols. The ground beneath them seemed to pulse with a heartbeat of its own. A child's laughter echoed through the ruins, sending shivers down their spines. Emma turned to see a small boy standing in the doorway, his eyes empty voids. He was drenched, as if he had just emerged from the lake. "Help me," he whispered, his voice filled with an otherworldly echo. "Please?" Before they could react, the shadows surged forward, enveloping the boy and the friends in darkness. The last thing they heard was his laughter, mingled with their own screams, as they were pulled into the depths of Clinton Road's malevolent embrace. No one ever saw the friends again. Their car was found abandoned on the side of the road, but there was no sign of them. The locals whispered about the shadows and the boy, and the legend of Clinton Road grew ever darker. Those who dared to venture there at night spoke of feeling watched, of hearing whispers and laughter in the darkness. The road remained, a scar through the forest, a place where reality and nightmare intertwined, where the shadows held secrets best left undisturbed.